Where are all the humans and doctors in Garten of BanBan? This is one of the biggest mysteries in the series. We know for a fact that the horrifying creatures we see in the game were created by humans. Scientists, doctors, and researchers were responsible for the experiments that led to the birth of BanBan, JumboBosh, Stinger Flynn, and many more. But despite their major role in the kindergarten's history, we never actually see them in any of the games. Even in BanBan Zero, which takes place before the tragic Bring a Friend Day event, there's still not a single human or doctor physically present. So where are they? Were they all wiped out during the disaster? Or are some of them still alive? To understand this, let's start with the Bring a Friend Day event. This was supposed to be a special day where children and their parents would be introduced to the creatures, or cases, created in the kindergarten. However, things went horribly wrong. Many of the experiments weren't ready yet, which led to a catastrophic event where most of the staff and visitors were either killed or went missing. But here's the big question. Did all the scientists and doctors die during this event? Or did something else happen to them? In BanBan Zero, we are exploring a time before the Bring a Friend Day disaster. This is the period when all the creatures were still being developed in the facility. So, if we are exploring the kindergarten before the chaos, then why don't we see any humans? The simple answer is that they were there, but the developers purposely chose not to show them yet. The Euphoric brothers are clearly saving these characters for future games. But there's even more evidence that humans and doctors were still around in BanBan Zero. If you listen carefully to the conversation between BanBan and Syringin in BanBan Zero, you'll notice that Syringin actually mentions doctor samples.
The results are out. You're being replaced. We have to do something, and I might just know what exactly. I'll come by later and tell you everything. We won't get another chance, so it must be done tonight, or else they'll notice what I've altered. I've also nabbed that doctor's samples as promised.
He also tells BanBan that the results are here, and that BanBan is going to be replaced. This tells us two things. First, scientists were still actively experimenting on the creatures during this time. And second, there was a decision made by the doctors to remove BanBan from his role. This suggests that a higher authority of scientists was still in control of the kindergarten before things spiraled out of control. But there's another reason why we don't see any humans in BanBan Zero. In this game, we play as Flumbo, a newly created experiment. And since Flumbo is just a test subject, it's possible that experiments were not allowed to interact with doctors or researchers. This would explain why we only see Syringin talking to BanBan, rather than any actual humans giving commands. It's possible that the developers wanted to show the world from the perspective of the experiments, keeping the scientists as a hidden force in the background. Now, let's talk about the other games, like BanBan 6 and BanBan 7. These games take place after Bring a Friend Day, meaning most of the doctors and staff should have already been wiped out by that point. We know that many of them were killed during the chaos, while others, like Dr. Uthman Adam and Weverly Mason, were either kidnapped or killed by the monsters they created. But does this mean all the scientists are gone? Not necessarily. If any doctors or researchers survived, they would likely be hiding somewhere deep in the facility. Garten of BanBan is a massive place, and we haven't even explored half of it yet. There could be secret underground labs or hidden safe zones where the remaining humans are staying, waiting for a chance to escape or regain control. There's also the question of whether the scientists are still experimenting in secret. What if some of them are continuing their horrifying work in hidden areas of the kindergarten? If that's the case, then future games like BanBan 8 might finally reveal their fate. So what do you think? Are the scientists all dead, or are some of them still hiding somewhere in the kindergarten? Let me know your theories in the comments. And if you want to solve the mystery of the nanny, click on this end screen video, because in that video, I uncover some shocking details about her true role in the series.